Uniontown Dental Associates, Sandy Howe Notary Services, the Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Casey's Sports Cafe, the C. Harper Auto Group, the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Movement Physiotherapy, SWGI, now U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Cherokee Recycling, the North Union Township Recreation Center, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law, Stewart Collision, Ferris Carpet and Towel, Potter's Bar and Grill, Gary's Auto Sales, M&R Transit, Montgomery Medical, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill in Uniontown, Zen's Construction Warehouse, Dr. Mallard and Donna George wishing the Geibel Gators the best of luck this season, Autoland Hyundai, Watson Mundorf LLP, Uniontown Detailing, Perry Floral and Gift Shop, the Geibel Catholic Fans, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, Ford of Uniontown, the T-Berry Law Offices and Attorney Vincent T-Berry, George Dental Associates, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, Thurby's Riverside Ford, and Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
From Brownsville High School, it's time for boys high school basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live as the 1-1 Uniontown Red Raiders pay a visit up north to Brownsville to take on the 0-2 Brownsville Falcons. Brian Morozak along with you, Billy Dice behind the camera on our YouTube Live video feed. Tony Hanola is going to join me for all of the play-by-play here today, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream courtesy of Stewart Collision and Zen's Construction Warehouse. Uniontown and Brownsville meeting for only the third time since 2004. The last time the two schools met, December the 13th of 2022 here at Brownsville. Uniontown won the game by 70 points, 103-33. The prior year was actually the 2021-2022 basketball season. In January of 22 was January the 27th of 2022 to be exact. A much closer game as Uniontown knocked out Brownsville by 11, 79-68. We always hope for a competitive game when we do broadcast here on WMBS. We hope the two teams can do battle tonight in a close fashion here at Brownsville High School. You look at Uniontown, they split their opening two games of the season this year, losing last Thursday at Thomas Jefferson, but rallying for a win over Elizabeth Forward on Saturday. Brownsville lost their opening two games to Westinghouse 62-41 and Albert Gallatin 65-37. Again, they are hoping to stay competitive against Uniontown tonight. The Red Raiders do get both Cam Dugan and Anthony Sheffy back in the lineup tonight. They missed the first two games of the season due to actions in the Meadville State playoff game back in March. Rob Kasmarski also back on the bench for the Red Raiders tonight. Top scorer so far this season for Brownsville, Max Junio, averaging 11 points a game. Nolan Baker has been a pleasant surprise for the Red Raiders. He's averaging 14.5 points a game. Should be a fun night. Two Fayette County teams getting together in Brownsville as the Brownsville Falcons host the Uniontown Red Raiders. And when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues, we'll take a look at some of last night's action and also talk to Uniontown head coach Rob Kasmarski here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality health care to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top-quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 62 years and providing quality, reliable service, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Silva. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at targetsafetysolutionsllc.com. Ted Silva is proud to support local high school sports.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Boys high school basketball here on WMBS tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders on the road at Brownsville taking on the Falcons. Looking at some of the action around the area last night in our high school scoreboard, brought to you by Mauser's Tire. And you tread this winter, don't let the weather slow you down. Visit Mauser's Tire today. The game we had here on WMBS last night, Laurel Highlands defeated Waynesburg by a score of 76-60. Other games in Fayette County, Ringgold downing Albert Gallatin 71-37. Derry with a 64-52 win over Connellsville. Fraser destroyed Mapletown 64-15. Geibel Catholic with a win over Cheswick Christian 79-46. Some Greene County games, Jefferson Morgan a 5-point win over Bentworth 38-33. Avella knocked off West Greene 73-60. And some other area games, Mars with a 63-59 win over Greater Latrobe. McKeesport downing Bell Vernon 68-59. The Thomas Jefferson Jaguars doubled up the West Mifflin Titans 72-36. It was Southmoreland 64 and Yock 18. A couple of girls' scores from last night. Connellsville with a win over Albert Gallatin 51-19, and Avella down to Fraser 56-48. Kind of a light schedule of games here on this Wednesday. One section game in Section 4 and 5A. Lincoln Park at Moon tonight. Other non-conference boys games, Apollo Ridge at Springdale. Ambridge hosting Blackhawk. Burroughs at Leechburg. In Greene County, Carmichael's hosting Charleroi. The Fraser Steelers are at Aliquippa tonight. The Fraser Commodores are at Carrick. Carn City's at Armstrong. Avonworth is hosting North Hills. Obama Academy is at Greensburg Central Catholic. Penn Trafford's at Baldwin. Freeport hosting Plum. And Stowe Rocks at Clareton. All action tonight, along with the game we have here on WMBS, Uniontown at Brownsville.
Couple of girls' games actually being played right now. Uniontown's at Brownsville, Southside Beaver at Elwood City. South Allegheny is at Jeanette. Neshannock's hosting Seneca Valley. Penn Trafford's at Baldwin. Farrell's at Aliquippa. And Freedom hosting Ambridge. All girls' games scheduled for tonight. Coming up later on this week here on WMBS on Friday, the Uniontown Red Raiders return to action. They'll travel to Albert Gallatin to take on the Colonials. That game both on YouTube and on the radio here on WMBS. On Facebook Live on Friday, we'll have the Laurel Highlands Mustangs opening up conference play as they will host the McKeesport Tigers. TJ DeStefano and Gary Frankhauser will bring you the Laurel Highlands McKeesport game, while Shea Fleener will join me for the Colonials and the Uniontown Red Raiders. That schedule and scoreboard brought to you by Mauser's Tire. Don't let the winter weather slow you down. Call Mauser's Tire today at 724-245-2410. More ahead on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, getting you ready for the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Brownsville Falcons tonight here on WMBS.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprouse Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to Sprouseinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal and liver problems. Call us at 437-7677.
Brian Morozek back here on the Browns Insurance Group pregame show. Boys High School basketball on WMBS tonight. Uniontown at Brownsville taking on the Falcons, being joined now by Uniontown head basketball coach Rob Kaczmarski. And Rob, certainly a nice bounce back, come from behind win on Saturday on the road against Elizabeth Forward after a tough loss earlier in the week against Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, it was a really good game for us to become 1-1. When you have like really a new team besides Isaac, it's nice to get that win and build some confidence, and it shows you everything that you've worked on in the off season in the game has really helped. And that EF is a really good basketball team, and they have a really good player, and the coach does a great job. So we were able to get a win there, and it's a very, very big win for us. And now we have one section game left. This will be our third game of the year, and then we have 3 important section games, 1 away and 2 at home. So we know that we worked really hard to get to this point, and we're learning every day. And every time you get to put the uniform on, it's going to be a great learning experience, and it's going to make us better.
Here at Brownsville tonight, certainly nice to see the Falcons back on the schedule. I think a lot of folks around the area like to see the Fayette County teams playing one another.
Yes, when we had Mr. John's Fayette County thing at Penn State, it was wonderful for the community. But whenever you became in the same section, that sort of went away. But give Brownsville credit for playing us. Coach Ho, I've known him for a real long time. In fact, when I was a young coach, he was at Brownsville. He brought me down there to work with the players. So Joe's a great guy. They have a very athletic, very, very good basketball team. I watched them in person, and I watched their 2 games. They have a really big. They're big at every position, very athletic, and I'm sure they're going to be ready to play on our home court. This will be great for our kids to play in front of a big crowd. We have a girls' game before, so this should be exciting for exciting atmosphere, and that'll only help our players more because I'm sure Friday at the AG game the place will be packed also.
Yeah, and you're back at full strength tonight as well, so I'm sure for you happy to kind of have a lineup and kind of see how things are going to get set here for what you're going to have for the rest of the season.
Yes, these same kids, the same group of kids. We keep going back to the summer from pit camp on. Everything they've done it together. They're great kids. We have some kids on that are actually on the bench that we would like to get some more time too. So hopefully we can get some more kids in the game at different times. So we're a work in progress, but again, we're ready to go. And I've watched every section team we're going to play. We feel that we can beat any team on there, but any team can beat us. It's going to be who's prepared more, who scouts better, who works harder. We take great pride in our section basketball games with our record we've had. But again, we feel that we have a chance to be a very good basketball team this season. And we don't listen to people say we're down and only have Isaac back. So again, our kids are really using that. We're a young team. We have 2 seniors and we have the rest juniors. So we're excited for the opportunity.
And you have an opportunity to open up conference play on Friday against Albert Gallup. To just size up the conference this year, who do you think are going to be some of the favorites?
Yes, I've watched every game. If you go by favorites, you would probably say Gateway has the real good player back. You would say McKeesport probably has the most returning players. But you still got to play those games. And just because they're returning players, it's who plays better that night. And again, there's a lot of teams that lost a lot in our section. Our section is not what it was last year, but we're using that to see. Like I said, every section game we feel we can win, but if we don't play well, we'll lose. So that's the way it is. It's not. But I don't think one team's just going to go over there with talent and just blow somebody off the court. I don't see that. I see a lot of competitive basketball throughout the entire section.
Well, we hope so as well. The competitive game's always more exciting for us as well. Rob, appreciate your time as always. See you up at Brownsville tonight.
See you tonight, Brian. Thank you.
That's Uniontown head coach Rob Kaczmarski. The Red Raiders on the road at Brownsville tonight taking on the Falcons. And we'll talk to Joseph Huff, the head coach of the Brownsville Falcons, when the Browns Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Two brothers
Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family-owned and operated, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers a variety of affordable services, traditional, cremation with viewing and simple cremation, plus warmth, convenience, and ample parking. And they are ready to assist you. Best wishes to all of our local teams from the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Brian Rozak back here on the Browns Insurance Group pregame show with Joseph Huff, the head coach of the Brownsville Falcons. Brownsville hosting Uniontown. Boys high school basketball action here on WMBS. And Joseph, your first year here as Brownsville's head coach, taking over for Rob Ramsey. How have things gone for your program so far this year?
So far, so good. It's been an interesting start to our season. We got started a little bit later than most people because we didn't get hired until May. And then most of our kids played football for Coach Castor, which I was also part of the staff. So most of our kids didn't really get into the gym till after our last football game at Albert Gallatin. But right now, we have 17 kids total. So we're going to have JV and varsity. We've got 16 in the middle school, and we just heard that we got about 60 kids signed up for Youth League basketball. So right now, things are going as well as we expected.
And certainly a tough start to the season. You opened up in your tournament against Westinghouse from the Pittsburgh City League, a program that's always strong, and took on another 5A opponent, another local school in Albert Gallatin, and here you are taking on Uniontown this week.
Yeah, it's a tough start to the season, but we had our opportunities against Westinghouse. We battled back from 7 down, had the lead right at the end of the third quarter. Kid threw up a long 3, and I think our kids kind of maybe got tired a little bit because we're trying to do a little bit different things than maybe they have done in the past. We're trying to be a little bit more up-tempo. We have some really good athletes, and we're just trying to create turnovers, run a little bit more. So we did a really good job at times against Westinghouse. Albert Gallatin, I think we were just maybe a little bit overmatched. They're a little bit better than I think people think they are. But we battled back. We played hard all the way to the very end against Albert Gallatin. So we're trying to build a culture, Brian, of, we're going to battle hard, we're going to play hard. And right now the kids are buying in. So we're happy where we're at. You're never happy to be 0-2.
But we're happy with the things that are starting to come along.
And you have four of your first 5 games of the season at home, including your conference opener coming up next Friday against Waynesburg. It's always nice to be able to play in front of the home fans here early on in the season.
It is, and we've told the kids since day one that we want to be better when we start in section than we are right now. This is a tough gauntlet, and actually it would have been tougher because we had Albert Gallatin on Sunday. We could have on Saturday. We could have had Osh if we'd have won on Friday night. Then you have Uniontown tonight, which we believe, it's Uniontown. We don't care if they've lost 5 starters. It's Uniontown. But we also had South Park early in the season, and South Park is absolutely loaded. So we're kind of happy they backed the South Park game up to the end a little bit later in the year. But it's a tough start, but I've always told people since I started coaching, Brian, there is no at-large bids to WPIAL playoffs. You got to earn it in a section, so non-section really doesn't mean anything but except improving and getting better.
Yeah, always nice to have Uniontown back on the schedule. The 2 teams didn't play last year. Of course, they had a very talented program a year ago. They're off to a 1-1 start, and they'll have a couple of kids back for your game coming up on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, we're excited. When me and Robbie talked, when I got hired, and Coach Gladman, we told them we'll play them every year. We believe the county games need to be played. It's a natural rivalry. Uniontown, for me, it goes back to when I was in elementary school in the 70s and the state championship team of 82 for Uniontown actually opened their season at Brownsville. So it's a game that needs to be played. It's a game that needs to be played every year, just like the football game needs to be played every year. We're expecting a nice crowd tomorrow night, and it's our job. It's our job as a team to give Uniontown as much of a battle as we can, and that's what we're impressing upon the kids, that this is a golden opportunity. Monday night actually practice, we told the kids, you have one of the better teams in the state coming into your gym, which is an opportunity that most teams do not get, and we get this opportunity.
That's Joseph Huff, the head coach of the Brownsville Falcons. Brownsville hosting Uniontown boys high school basketball action here on WMBS tonight. We'll have our This Date in Uniontown basketball history segment for you on the way next. Chris Parker Jr., it's time for Santa and gift wrapping.
We're always ready for Santa at Autoland with Hyundai Santa Cruz and Santa Fe. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. All new 25 and 26 Santa Fe's and Tucsons. Perfect for holiday travel in these capable SUVs. And the Santa Fe has third row seating for up to 7 passengers. And 0% financing for 60 months. Or up to $4,500 HMS bonus cash.
Sounds better than a sleigh for hauling gifts and getting around in bad weather.
We're also wrapping up 2025 with year-end deals. And we still have a selection of new Hyundais at pre-tariff prices. Great deals, great HMS financing. This is the time to buy and get away in 2026 in a brand new Hyundai.
And every new Hyundai purchase includes Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, with 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection and 3-year free complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown, or online at AutolandHyundai.com.
And you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Haar, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top-quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Brian Morozak back here in the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Time now for this state Uniontown basketball history segment as the Red Raiders get set to travel to Brownsville tonight to take on the Falcons. The Red Raiders with an all-time record of 20-5 on December the 10th. The first time the Red Raiders played on this date in history, they doubled up California back in 1943 in the middle of World War II. It was a 42-21 win for the Red Raiders over the California Trojans. Sammy Albano with a game-high 14 for Uniontown. The Red Raiders also knocked off Munhall on this date back in 1946, 43-37. Donnie Howard with 14 points in that game. On this date back in 1948, it was Uniontown defeating Trinity, 51-41. Billy McClay led Uniontown with 16 points. The Red Raiders lost on this date in history back in 1955 at Monessen by a score of 55-41. Giza Lux led Uniontown with 14 points in that game. Those two schools met again in 1957 on this date, and it was the Red Raiders that came on top of the Greyhounds by a score of 54-52. Mel Freeman, Uniontown's leading scorer, with 18 points. Uniontown knocked off Greensburg on this date back in 1963 by a score of 78-49. Stu Lance, Uniontown's leading scorer, with 21 in that game. On this date back in 1964, Uniontown defeated Gateway 82-49. Pat Yates led the Red Raiders with 22. On this date back in 1968, Uniontown defeated McKeesport 71-65. Arnie Belt and Basil Dickerson had 22 points apiece. The Red Raiders lost to Mount Lebanon on this date back in 1971 by a score of 62-61. Alan Hackney scored 38 of Uniontown's 61 points in that game, and Hackney's 38 points against Mount Lebanon, the top leading individual performance on this date in history. The Red Raiders knocked off Baldwin on this date back in 1976 by a score of 74-64. Mike Pratt led the Red Raiders with 18 points. Uniontown knocked off Langley from the Pittsburgh City League on this date back in 1982, 64-43. Darren McLee was Uniontown's leading scorer with 20 points. On this date back in 1985, Uniontown defeated Baldwin 61-55. Darrell Truly led Uniontown with 13 points. 4 Red Raiders were in double figures, including Stu McLee, Mark Vassar, and Perry Frizzell. On this date back in 1991, Uniontown defeated Monessen 78-55. Kevin Kozub had a game-high 21. Uniontown lost to Shaler on this date back in 1993, 68-61. John Rubish led Uniontown with 17 points. The Red Raiders knocked off North Catholic on this date back in 1996, 77-51. Ray Robinson had 30 points in that game. Uniontown defeated Baldwin on this date back in 1999, 68-52. The Red Raiders met Brownsville on this date back in 2002 here at Brownsville and knocked off the Falcons 90-58. Junior Mays led Uniontown with 22 points. On this date back in 2004, Uniontown defeated Waynesburg on the court 71-50, but that win later changed to a forfeit loss due to Uniontown using an ineligible player. Zach Saka led Uniontown with 16 points in that game. The Red Raiders knocked off Bell Vernon on this date back in 2008, 92-66. Sean Ciccone, the leading scorer, with 23 points. On this date back in 2010, Uniontown lost to Connellsville 61-55 at Penn State Fayette. Nick Hall led Uniontown with 17 points. On this date back in 2011, Uniontown defeated Albert Gallatin 72-41. Marcus Thomas led the Red Raiders with 11 points. On this date back in 2013, Uniontown won at Bell Vernon 72-56. Jordan Pratt, the leading scorer, with 27 points. The Red Raiders knocked off Greensburg-Salem on this date back in 2014, 75-30. Lyric Ellis had 21 points. On this date back in 2016, Uniontown defeated Connellsville 57-55. Mike Jones led Uniontown with 14 points. And last year on this date in history, a very competitive conference game, Uniontown won at Penn Trafford by a score of 68-64. Calvin Winfrey, the leading scorer, with 26 points. That's our This Date in Uniontown history segment for December the 10th. The Red Raiders in action tonight at Brownsville, taking on the Falcons. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off for you on the way next.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amador Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality health care to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top-quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school teams a successful and healthy 2025 season.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
Your local station, WMBS, the girls' game at Brownsville running a bit long, so the start of the boys' game will be late as well. And we will get you back out to Brian Morozak and Tony Hanula in just a bit for the start of that one. But here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, we have a quick news update for you. I'm Nick Barczyk from the Davis Studios. Right now, 36 degrees with some rain in the area at 6:50 on this Wednesday evening. We'll get to the weather watch and some sports in a bit. Uniontown Area High School was under a code yellow lockdown this morning, according to a post on the school's Facebook page. School administration received an anonymous report that a hunting weapon was visible inside a vehicle on school grounds. The school was immediately placed into a lockdown. Uniontown Area School Police were notified, responded quickly, and safely secured the weapon. There was no threat to students or staff. The lockdown was lifted, and the school resumed its normal schedule. The Fayette County Board of Elections is holding a public meeting tomorrow, Thursday afternoon, to receive public comments on proposed changes to electoral district boundaries in Fayette County. The meeting will be at 1 p.m. in the Lafayette Meeting Room. That's 2 West Main Street in Uniontown. Uniontown. The possible precinct changes include Brownsville, Connellsville, German Township, Luzerne Township, Manalapan Township, North Union, Redstone Townships, and the city of Uniontown. For more information, phone the Fayette County Election Bureau at 724-430-1289. Starting January 1st, the city of Uniontown is launching a new online portal offering business owners and residents a streamlined way to manage their licensing or permit needs. The website offers the convenience of applying for licenses and permits, submitting change requests, and paying fees online. This platform is available as an additional payment option, a check, simplifying the overall process for businesses in the community. The site is uniontown_lic.portal.iworq.net. Dollar General is paying $1.5 million in penalties for allegedly overcharging customers, according to Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday. Sunday reached a settlement with Dollar General Corporation and its parent company, Dolgen Corporation, after an investigation found customers were being charged at prices higher than what was labeled and advertised on shelves. Dollar General stores also failed more than 40% of pricing accuracy inspections from 2019 to 2023. That's according to the AG's investigation. There are more than 900 Dollar General stores throughout Pennsylvania. And Netflix is now facing a class action lawsuit over its plans to buy Warner Brothers Discovery.
Paramount has launched a hostile takeover attempt after losing a bidding war to Netflix, even though the board at Warner Brothers Discovery already accepted the Netflix offer of $28 a share. Now, a resident of Las Vegas is getting involved as well, taking legal action alleging the pending deal risks, quote, irreparable antitrust injury to consumers. The lawsuit warns of a reduction in competition in the subscription video-on-demand market if it's approved. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
In sports, we do have high school basketball for you. We'll be sending you out to Brian and Tony in a bit for the Uniontown-Brownsville game. The Falcons hosting the Red Raiders this evening here on the radio, and also video coverage as well. Tomorrow, Penguins take on the Canadiens. They host that game. We'll be on the air with that at 6 with the pregame and the game at 7 on WMBS. And the Steelers expected to have DK Metcalf at wide receiver in the lineup for Monday night's game against Miami. Metcalf was injured in the abdomen in Sunday's game against Baltimore. He spent some time in the hospital, but is expected to go when the Steelers host the Dolphins Monday night on WMBS. Now the weather watch for all of southwest Pennsylvania. Right now some rain in the area, 37 degrees. Overnight low this evening down to 25 with some rain ongoing, turning into snow maybe in the overnight. Some light snow, a chance of flurries into Thursday, high at 28. Overnight low down to 22. High back into the 30s on Friday at 33. Overnight low 25. Up to 35 with the flurries likely Saturday, but the overnight low down to 15 above. A bitterly cold day on Sunday with a chance of some light snow, high at just 19, and the overnight low down to 9 above. 22 for the high Monday, low at 17 in the evening, and back into the 30s at 34 on Tuesday. Right now some rain in the region, 37 degrees at 6:54 on this Wednesday evening, and good evening from the Davis & Davis studios at WMBS. I'm Nick Barczyk. And on the way next to more of the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, it's another C.R. Parado Group high school sports night. Back out to Brian and Tony to get you set for the Uniontown-Brownsville game. That's on the way tonight on WMBS.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings. Take the fact.
Need to get to work? Run errands? See a doctor? Fact connects Fayette County. Ride our convenient routes through Uniontown, Connellsville, Brownsville, even to Pittsburgh. Seniors 65 and older ride free on fixed routes. People with disabilities get big savings. And Medicaid recipients can ride to medical appointments at no cost through our shared ride and paratransit services. Find out if you qualify today. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact. Your ride, your independence.
Brian Morozak, Tony Hanoa back here at Brownsville High School. The girls' game between Uniontown and Brownsville just ended. Uniontown victorious 44-41. Tony, so we'll have at least 15 minutes before the boys' game starts between these 2 schools.
Oh, most definitely, Brian. Everybody got to get warmed up and ready to go, and especially on a chilly night like tonight, you got to stretch out a little bit more.
And you saw Uniontown in action against Elizabeth Forward. Red Raiders really played well in the second half, rallying from a halftime deficit.
Rallying from a halftime deficit, and they were impressive. They actually played really great team basketball. 4 guys in double figures with Nolan Baker leading the way with 28, but really impressed with the way they played. Hit the boards well. You got to give Nathan Heiss a lot of credit. Played great defense on the top scorer, Tyler Basic, for Elizabeth Forward. And really, they look good Saturday afternoon. Like I said, started out a little bit slow, but started the second half and really couldn't miss a basket. Played great basketball.
And the Red Raiders get both Cam Dugan and Anthony Sheffy back tonight as well.
Well, and that's big. I mean, obviously, the more people you have off the bench, the better. And, Dugan has a lot of experience. He brings somebody else to the table. You got to figure Isaac Ellsworth's the only person who really had a lot of experience last year. But Cam Dugan played a lot, and Sheffy got to see some action. But you know what? We talked about that last year. We liked his game whenever he did get in there for the Red Raiders. So I'm sure he's going to bring a little added power for the Uniontown Red Raiders here tonight.
And Brownsville off to an 0-2 start. They lost against Albert Gallatin and Westinghouse. Just one player averaging double numbers a game. That's number 0, Max Junio.
Well, yeah, and they're just trying to kind of find themselves, really. It's one of those things. They lost some players last year, and, early on haven't played great basketball, but was talking to assistant coach Cody Castor before the game, and he said they're just turning the ball over a little bit too much and looking to play good defense here tonight.
We'll take a quick break for CBS News coming up at the top of the hour here on WMBS Uniontown. Looking right around a 7:20 tip. As soon as CBS News ends, we'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off. Brownsville hosting Uniontown here on WMBS, the Turbo Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live. CBS News on the way next.
Yes, it is. Thanks so much, guys. We'll be checking in with you in just a bit. Again, tip-off in about 25 minutes. Uniontown taking on Brownsville, another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. But right now, the CBS World News Roundup, WMBS Uniontown at 7 o'clock.
U.S. seizes an oil tanker off Venezuela's coast.
Largest one ever seized, actually.
Key Fed rate cut.
This makes borrowing money just a little bit cheaper.
Federal judge rules the Trump administration
must stop deploying the California National Guard in Los Angeles.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Jennifer Kuiper. More details are coming out following President Trump's brief statement that the U.S. seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. CBS's Linda Kenyon has the latest.
It was a brief statement from the president.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, large tanker, very large.
The tanker, named the Skipper, had just left port in Venezuela when it was seized. Attorney General Pam Bondi stated the FBI, Homeland Security Investigations, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the Pentagon executed a warrant for the tanker that she said was transporting sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran. The operation also comes amid U.S. military strikes against alleged drug smuggling boats near Venezuela. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
Venezuela's president is demanding an end to U.S. intervention in his country. The Federal Reserve reduces its key interest rate for the third time in a row, but signals that it may leave rates unchanged in the coming months. CBS's Kelly O'Grady on how the quarter percentage point cut could affect borrowers.
When you think about the things that are impacted by interest rates, if you're a consumer, you might see your credit card interest rate go down a little bit. Again, it's not going to be that helpful if you're looking at an interest rate over 20%. But this may also flow through to things like your 30-year fixed mortgage, your auto loan rates.
On Wall Street, the Dow shot up 497 points. The Nasdaq jumped 78. S&P 500 rose 46 points. In the U.S. House,
on this vote, the yeas are 312, the nays are 112. The bill is passed without objection. A motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
passed is a sweeping defense policy bill that authorizes $900 billion in military programs. It includes a pay raise for troops and an overhaul of how the Department of Defense buys weapons. A federal judge in San Francisco rules that the Trump administration must stop deploying the California National Guard in L.A. and return control of the troops to the state. But the judge has put the decision on hold until Monday. The National Weather Service expands flood watches across Washington and Oregon as a prolonged atmospheric river pushes rivers to record levels. Some Puyallup, Washington residents were urged to evacuate. Volunteer Brandon Hunt.
We got yards being flooded now, farmlands that are getting impacted by this flood here this year.
A third judge rules that grand jury transcripts from Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking case can be made public. Now this.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel tools. Shop online at steelusa.com or in-store.
Our country is held together by small businesses. That's a fact. It's also a fact that 9 out of 10 of those small businesses will fail. Why? Because it's hard. Really, really hard to build a profitable business from the ground up today. Pure Talk knows that. They started as a small American wireless company determined to keep their customer service in this country. It worked, and today Pure Talk is determined to help other small businesses prosper by offering them the same white glove service the big guys get. Same service, same 5G network at a truly affordable price. Pure Talk is focused on businesses that employ welders and roofers, electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, the people who keep the lights on. If that sounds like your business, give Pure Talk Business a try and see just how much you could save. Dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who understands the power of small business. Pure Talk.
Gracias. The daughter of Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado gives a speech in Oslo on behalf of her mother, who was awarded the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize and has been in hiding for months. But Machado says via video,
first of all, on behalf of the Venezuelan people, once again, I want to thank the Norwegian Nobel Committee for this immense recognition to the fight of our people.
Travelers from roughly 40, mostly European and Asian countries who can come to the U.S. for tourism or business for 3 months may soon face additional screenings. CBS's Camilo Montoya Galvez.
While their citizens typically do not need visas to travel to the U.S., they still need to submit an application online using a system known as ESTA before entering the country. The Trump administration is now proposing to overhaul that system, mainly to require applicants from these countries to share additional information,
including social media data. You're listening to the CBS World News Roundup.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
A new study looked at a link between COVID-19 vaccines and a condition that affects the heart. CBS's Stacey Lynn reports.
The mRNA vaccines for COVID have now been administered several billion times.
The vaccine is very safe.
But Stanford Cardiovascular Institute Director Joseph Wu says they can cause myocarditis.
It's very rare. Young men, we see it more.
But he stresses you should still get vaccinated.
The risk of the COVID, because the COVID can cause damage to all the different organs and could cause death, is much higher.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Tony DeCopel moves from CBS Mornings to the anchor chair of the CBS Evening News broadcast starting January 5th. DeCopel telling his cohorts today.
It's a crazy morning. It's an amazing thing to say. I think it's a really important show at a really important time.
Tony DeCopel replaces John Dickerson and Maurice Dubois. Time of the roundup, 7 minutes past the hour.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left? I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that? My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped. Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
A sweeping new study is tackling one of the toughest questions in mental health that could reshape treatment.
New research in The Lancet says easing off antidepressants with therapy may be just as effective as staying on them. The study's author, Giovanni Ostuzzi, at the University of Verona, Italy.
Going slowly means that there is more time for the system to adapt to a new balance, and this requires time.
They're not saying antidepressants are unnecessary or therapy alone is enough. Ostuzzi says it's about tailoring medication to each patient with their doctor.
If there is not a shared decision, medications are very unlikely to work.
Brad Gibson for CBS News.
Michigan Fire's football coach Sharon Moore, the university says an investigation found evidence of an inappropriate relationship with the staff member, and the alleged conduct was a clear violation of university policy. That's the World News Roundup Late Edition for Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. I'm Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Does your car sound like it's saying, trade me in, trade me in, every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, trade me in, trade me in. Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
I'm Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. Did you know our office handles claims for people hurt at work? If you are injured at your job, you have certain rights under the Pennsylvania Workers' Compensation Act that your employer may not advise you of or simply disregard. Those would include rights to wage loss and medical benefits due to your injury. We help injured workers to make sure they receive the benefits they're entitled to by law. Call us at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right. Good Neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Brian Morozak and Tony Anola back here at Brownsville High School, about 7 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders hosting the Brownsville Falcons. Boys High School basketball action here on WMBS, Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live. Uniontown 1-1, Brownsville 0-2. And Tony, if you go back about 23 years, these two schools actually played in the same section during both the 2002 and 2003 season, also the 03-04 season. They had 4 meetings in that span. Uniontown won 3 of the 4, the only Brownsville win. In fact, the last time Brownsville knocked off Uniontown back on January the 17th of 2003. That Uniontown team went 20-3. It was their only conference loss. The Red Raiders suffered all year, and Uniontown, after a first-round bye, fell in the 03 quarterfinals to Hampton, 63-48. But you look back over the years, Brownsville's had some pretty good teams as well, including, look at the banner up there, 2001 WPIAL 3A championship.
Yeah, exactly right. They had a good team led by George Lemon, and they were very good and ended up winning national champion. Ended up winning the WPIAL championship for Brownsville and played pretty well in the state tournament as well, but didn't have a chance to win that. So their last, and really they've, over the years, I mean, even when I was back in high school, which was in the Stone Age, Brownsville was always in our section as well back then. So a lot of competitive games between these two teams.
Mr. Lemon actually here today. He's sitting just below Billy off to the left.
Yeah, coming back to support his school and the alumni.
This is certainly a game that brings out the entire community.
It's got a good crowd here tonight. I'll tell you what, it was tough to find a parking space, but you know, you had the good girls game to start everything off. Uniontown with a 3-point win, but yeah, pretty nice crowd here tonight, and expecting a pretty close basketball game.
Our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Zen's Construction Warehouse and Stewart Collision. The last time Brownsville in the playoffs, you have to go back to the 2023 season. They went 12-9, lost to Shady Side Academy in the first round of the playoffs. Also made the playoffs in 2022, went 12-9, and also suffered a first-round exit. Their last WPIAL playoff win, you have to go back to 2014. They won a preliminary round game over Brentwood at Peters Township by a score of 42-40 before losing to Beaver Falls in the first round of the playoffs, 70-33. I think I did that Brownsville-Brentwood game back in the day, and it was, at the time, certainly a big win for the Brownsville program, because after they had that 01 WPIAL championship, they still had some competitive teams in the early 2000s, but certainly not the strength they had late 90s, early 2000s. They won a WPIAL football championship as well in the 90s.
Exactly. Yeah, have a lot of talented athletes that came through this school. There's no doubt about it, and really just have struggled recently. And you know, it's kind of interesting. You look at their programs, but they bounce between coaches. It seems like they have a new coach every year for every sport outside of baseball, and it's one of those things where, the kids are kind of looking for a little bit of consistency, and I think they're going to get it. I think these coaches are going to stick around for a while, and I think you're going to see Cody Castor do a nice job with the football program, and Joe Huff do a nice job with the basketball program as well.
And it sounds like for football, Tony, both Uniontown and Brownsville going back into the WPIAL next season.
Well, that'll be interesting, and you know what? I mean, is there talk of AG going back as well? I mean,
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Well, you know what? At least you give the kids something to play for.
I agree. I agree. I'd even heard, and this is not official by any means, that the two schools actually scheduled each other for a Week 0 game. Uniontown and Brownsville for football already. So
makes sense.
We'll see how that pans out, because I guess the mindset there is likely you'll have Uniontown and Laurel Highlands in the same football conference.
Correct. Right. Well, like I said, it's one of those things where you fall on hard times a little bit, but numbers are looking good. I mean, you've got a pretty nice sized roster here for basketball as well, and I know, like I said, Cody Castor had some more kids out than normal for the Brownsville football team, so we wish him good luck.
We're waiting for the starting lineups to get posted here. We're up on the upper decks. Didn't have an opportunity to go into the scores table, but they actually have a pretty new scoreboard set up here at Brownsville, and the gym's very nice. They put this new facility in probably 15, 20 years ago, but certainly made some upgrades here over the years.
Oh, no, it's a beautiful gym is right. And you're right, we're on the second floor, but tell you what, these scoreboards are extremely nice, and we've been waiting for a little while for the starting lineups, but haven't been posted yet.
Billy Dice behind the camera, Tony Hanola with me. I'm Brian Morozek, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. You've been listening to the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Coming up on Friday, more high school basketball here on WMBS. Uniontown's going to travel to Albert Gallatin to take on the Colonials. That game both on the radio and on YouTube Live. We'll have the Laurel Highlands McKeesport game on Facebook Live for you. I'm going to be joined by Shay Fleener for the Uniontown Albert Gallatin game. That should be a lot of fun, especially to get his insight on the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Gary Frankhauser and TJ DeStefano are going to have the Laurel Highlands McKeesport game as section play opens up in 5A Section 1, and we're hoping for two competitive games on Friday night as well.
Well, I know when we, I did the game on Saturday with Shay when he did the Uniontown Elizabeth Forward game with us, and he and Billy and I rode down to Elizabeth Forward together, and I know he was excited to do it. He was looking forward to going back to AG and in a little different capacity. He's not going to be on the sidelines, but tell you what, he was looking forward to it, and it was one of those things where he said it's going to be kind of weird for me because he hasn't been back to AG much, he said. So it'll be an interesting call. I'll have to listen to it.
And you have the night off on Friday.
I'm headed to the Army-Navy game.
That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it should be interesting. So
that's definitely on my bucket list. I'd like to do that at some point.
Yeah. Well, this will be my second. I went in 2018, but this one's in Baltimore. The other one was in Philadelphia. So it's supposed to be 43 degrees in Baltimore on Saturday, so I'm just hoping they're right.
Yeah, I know they're calling for extremely cold temperatures for the Dolphins-Steelers game coming up on Monday night as well. We'll have the Uniontown-Bell Vernon game for you on Monday here on WMBS. That'll be a digital-only game on our YouTube page, just because we have some broadcast commitments with the Steelers on the radio side. So Uniontown-Bell Vernon will be digital-only coming up on Monday. I have to say hello to our buddy Ed Walensky from Sandy Howe Notary Services, checking in along with Robert Lighty, who had some nice things to say about us on our YouTube page as well. And certainly is nice to get Uniontown and Brownsville back on the schedule again. We'll pause for the national anthem. Tony and I will be back with starting lineups right after this. Uniontown and Brownsville. Finally, high school basketball tonight here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
The holidays are here, and so are all the cookies and big family dinners. I don't want to lose the progress I've made this year.
I get it. That's why I went to Montgomery Medical in Smithfield. They've got GLP-1 weight management support to help you stay on track, even through the holidays.
Really? I didn't know they did that.
Oh, yeah. Plus, they handle walk-in acute care, family primary care, and all kinds of wellness services. They're like your one-stop medical home.
Sounds perfect. I'm calling Montgomery Medical. Time to make this my healthiest holiday yet.
Montgomery Medical in Smithfield. Family tradition of family medicine.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal and liver problems. Call us at 724-437-7677.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Sova shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibration after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignment, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403. Prime Rozak, Tony Anola back here at Brownsville High School, just about set to go. The Brownsville Falcons taking on the Uniontown Red Raiders. Tony's going to have your starting lineups being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown, a different name, but the same team providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams. And I know you have the Uniontown lineup ready, Tony, and I can take care of Brownsville for you.
Well, we got them both. So let's see, for the Uniontown Red Raiders, who come in 1-1 overall, their head coach, Rob Kazmarski, assistant coaches, Mr. Ware Gladman. Coach Kazmarski starter for tonight will be number 2, Cam Dugan, a 5'9 junior guard. Number 5, Nolan Baker, a 6-foot junior guard. Number 11, Isaac Ellsworth, a 6-foot senior guard. Number 12, Anthony Sheffy, a 6'5 junior guard. And number 14, Peyton Fitzgerald, a 6'6 junior forward. On the other side for the Brownsville Falcons, who come in 0-2 on the season, their head coach, Mr. Joe Huff, his assistant coach, Cody Castor. His starters for tonight will be number 0, Max Janeo, a 6-foot junior guard. Number 3, Jaden Praster, a 5'6 senior guard. Number 4, Caden Wimmer, a 6'4 senior forward. Number 5, Cameron Phillips, a 6'3 senior forward. And number 11, Silas Patterson, a 6'1 sophomore forward.
Officials here tonight, Brad Yeoman, Chris Bonchowski, and Jake Miller, our local crew. Brownsville in the home whites. Black numbers, gold trim. Their bench across the floor to our right. Uniontown in the away maroons, white numbers. Their bench across the court to our left. Again, Dugan, Baker, Ellsworth, Sheffy, and Fitzgerald for Uniontown. Junio, Praster, Wimmer, Phillips, and Patterson for Brownsville. It will be Anthony Sheffy taking the opening tip-off for Uniontown. Brownsville will have Silas Patterson jumping. Our first look at both Sheffy and Dugan this season, Tony.
Right, yeah, they had to sit out the first couple games, but I'm sure they're chomping at the bit to get ready to go here.
Jake Miller in the center circle, and the opening tap goes all the way back and out of play. And the ruling is going to be Uniontown basketball.
And you got to give these refs credit. They're doing double duty. They did the girls' game as well, so Jake Miller, Chris Bonchowski, and Brad Yeoman.
Yeah, the Uniontown girls knocked out Brownsville 44-41. Right out the inbounds pass here, a quick 2 for Peyton Fitzgerald. Of course, his brother was Cam. Peyton with the basket there, and Uniontown with an early 2-0 lead.
And a near steal there by Fitzgerald as well. Full court pressure being applied by Uniontown.
And they're going to strip it from Caden Wimmer. Coming back here is Cam Dugan, and Dugan goes coast to coast and scoops it up and in. So 4 on answer right out of the gates for the Uniontown Red Raiders, and Brownsville's going to take a timeout. We'll take it as well. 7:38 left here in the opening quarter, just a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside for a quick 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
After the timeout, Jaden Praster working in here for Brownsville. Brad Yeoman over at the scores table. I think they might be discussing either the possession arrow, Tony, or something wrong with the clock.
Well, the possession arrow should go to Brownsville.
Correct.
Yeah.
With Uniontown getting the basketball first. Now the inbound here as Wimmer sends it across. Bounce pass Phillips on the inside. Will give and go. And it's a nice block from Anthony Sheffy. But Brownsville able to keep it alive here in the Uniontown zone.
Yeah, beautiful block by Sheffy. I'm not so sure he didn't catch that ball on the way down. They're going to call an offensive foul. You had Silas Patterson tried to set a pick on Dugan. Basically just gave him a forearm shiver and picked up his first foul.
And Uniontown can be very dangerous down on the blocks, Tony. If you look at not only Sheffy, but Peyton Fitzgerald as well. Both guys have some hop, and Fitzgerald grew about 5 inches in the offseason.
Well, he played a fantastic game against Elizabeth Forward. Had I think he had about 15 rebounds, so played a great game.
Ellsworth trying to get things going. He's going to draw a foul here on Max Junio. First foul on the Brownsville Falcons.
Well, they're going to call that on Praster for the reach. So Praster's going to pick up his first.
And Nolan Baker will work it in here for Uniontown to Ellsworth in the corner. A little ball fake. Sheffy, open man up top. Dugan for three. Off the back iron, no good. Skying for the rebound. Caden Wimmer for Brownsville. Has it tied up. We're going to jump ball called. And it'll be Brownsville's basketball here off the possession arrow.
You know what? Nolan Baker's picking up right where he left off on Saturday, Brian. He did a lot of dirty work underneath, got a lot of rebounds both offensively and defensively, played good defense. He had a really good game, scored 21 points as well.
Red Raiders into the press. They'll draw a foul here on Cam Dugan. Making contact there with Praster. Dugan's first.
Well, Dugan was just trying to cut off the sideline there and just kind of bumped Praster a little bit, and he got called for his first, team first.
Praster now working out of his own zone. Picked up there by Dugan. Sent on the near wing to Silas Patterson. And a deep three from the far side, off the side of the rim. No good from Praster. And Ellsworth, the rebound for Uniontown. Trying to bounce pass up the court. Too far there for Nolan Baker. Goes out of bounds and back over to Brownsville. So early on, just a minute 30 in, it's 4-0 Uniontown over Brownsville.
Yeah, and a good try there by Ellsworth. He saw Baker headed right to the basket, but just out of his reach, and it would have been a tough play anyway.
Brownsville bringing it back across. Praster and Junio playing catch. Praster on the basketball right now. They try to set up the screen, but well defended by Uniontown. Now Silas Patterson trying to make a little operating room for Praster. Goes back up top to Phillips. Phillips, tough shot. Might have been partially blocked going up, and Nolan Baker out of the pack with it here for Uniontown. Baker pulling up on the far side, feed in the paint to Fitzgerald, and they'll call a travel there on Uniontown.
Yeah, I don't think Fitzgerald was expecting that pass and just made the catch in the lane and just shuffled his feet a little bit. So a turnover by the Red Raiders, but still a 4-0 lead.
Praster in the backcourt, up to Wimmer and across. Uniontown with their pressure defense on, forcing another turnover as Ellsworth finds the loose ball. Open look for three. It could be deadly from the outside. Misses there. Offensive rebound brought down by Sheffield. Will turn and shoot. Another miss for the Red Raiders on the glass. That rebound pulled down by Caden Wimmer. Uniontown did not shoot well from the field early on this season, Tony. Just 32% as a team through 2 games against Thomas Jefferson and Elizabeth Forward. Certainly got a little bit sharper against the Warriors than they were against the Jags last Thursday.
Well, and you got to give the Jags the credit on defense. They just played fantastic.
It's going to be a foul there on Junio.
Yeah, Junio just kind of lost control and then lost his balance as he went through the lane, so he's going to pick up his first. It's already a team third foul here with 5:19 to go in the first quarter.
Red Raiders had a couple early baskets from Dugan and Fitzgerald, but have been quiet since.
Well, we've seen a couple turnovers. Ellsworth missed that one from the top of the key, which is unusual, but a couple turnovers by the Red Raiders as well.
Isaac averaging just 9 points a game through 2 games, but has only knocked down 2 threes on the season. Remember, he had a game last year when he hit 10 in a game. And here's Baker up top. Baker misses there off the front of the rim. He's averaging 14.5 a game and has knocked down 4 threes on this young season. Brownsville the basketball back. Phillips. And a whistle here away from the ball. And a foul called here on the Red Raiders.
That's going to be on Fitzgerald. That's going to on that. Let's see. They haven't posted it yet. You got one on Dugan. Let's see who they call this on. I thought they were saying 14. Let's see who they posted on.
It still has not gone up yet.
Yeah, it's up Fitzgerald. Yep, at the bottom.
His first, team second. Brownsville triggers it in here left of the lane, and it's Jaden Blair just came into the game. Missed there for the Falcons. Sheffy turned it over. Brownsville coming back with a drive and a make for Jaden Praster. First 2 of the game for Praster. The 5'6" senior guard came in averaging 6 points and 6 assists per game. And as Brownsville back to within 2 of Uniontown at 4-2. Here at the 4:34 mark of the first. And Dugan has it stripped. It's Praster back on the basketball. Praster driving in. Not sure if that was a pass over to Junio. Got his way. His shot was partially blocked going up. We'll go back to the possession arrow off a tied up ball there. And this time the Red Raiders get it on the alternating possession.
Yeah, and that was great hands there by Praster on defense. You had Dugan going straight to the hoop, and Praster just stuck his hand in there, made the steal, but couldn't convert on the other side.
Here's Dugan back across, trying to switch there with Ellsworth, who's finally going to pick up the basketball there for the Red Raiders. If Dugan would have picked it up, would have been a double dribble. Sheffy back near elbow, jumper good. Anthony Sheffy, his first 2 points of the season, as Uniontown on top 6-2 here midway through the opening quarter.
Hit a nice little dump down pass by Ellsworth. Thought he was going to take it straight to the hoop, but dropped it back to the foul line, and Sheffy able to knock that down.
Red Raiders in their 2-2-1 almost forced a turnover, but Fitzgerald was out of bounds. So Brownsville able to keep possession here in the Uniontown zone.
You're going to have Donovan Coffey and Chase White check in for Uniontown. Going to give, I think, Dugan and Sheffy a little breather.
Tony, I'm getting a comment here. We're going to have to double check it, but they're telling us that Patterson's wearing 4 tonight and Wimmer's wearing 11. Again, we're just going by the roster the school sent us, so we'll double check on that. As Praster sends it here to Cameron Phillips. Up to his right to Jaden Blair, and on the inside, Wimmer a miss. We assume it's Wimmer if it's not Patterson. Nonetheless, Uniontown breaking back, and from the far wing, 3-ball good from Cam Dugan. And Dugan with 5, and Uniontown on top 9-2. We'll certainly try to check on that, but again, we reach out to the schools and we got rosters sent to us, and it's not our fault, Tony, when they send us wrong information.
Yeah,
what it comes down to.
I was going to say, oh, there's a travel.
They didn't call that on Praster. Surprised they let that go. Junio's going to take the 3. Came up short, and the ball's going to get tipped out there and sent forward down to Chase White. And it was Brownsville that knocked it out of play, so Uniontown will keep possession.
Well, Junio should have just let that ball go, but he tried to save it underneath the basket. Excuse me, and as it turns out, Uniontown's going to keep possession.
Red Raiders trigger it in there with Dugan. In the corner, White for 3, and that's going to be a long 2. Foot was on the line, but count the 2 for Chase White. And just like that, the Red Raiders, a little explosion, Tony, now going up 11-2.
And White had a good game on Saturday as well. He had 13 points, played well for the Red Raiders.
Actually started the opening 2 games this season out in front, a block there. Fitzgerald on Jaden Blair, and another jump ball called, and this time Brownsville will get it off the arrow as Uniontown goes back to the bench, and Nate Heiss will check into the game. Heiss coming in for Cam Dugan.
I'll tell you what, a lot different team than we saw the first couple games. I mean, you know, when you get Sheffy back in the lineup and Dugan, especially Sheffy, I mean, you got a lot of size. If you're playing Coffey and Sheffy and Fitzgerald all at the same time, I mean, you got 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". It's a pretty big team.
And both guys got varsity minutes a season ago, especially Dugan. And we always thought Sheffy looked good. We were surprised he didn't get more minutes last year.
I agree.
There's Xavier Vargas pulling it back. The 3-ball up top rattling out. And White pulling down the rebound there for Uniontown. Up to Ellsworth, a little ball fake watched by Junio. Ellsworth switches back there with Heiss in front of the Brownsville bench. Heiss holding here high on the left. Back into the corner. Ellsworth 3-ball on the way, good. His third made 3 of the season. Extends the Uniontown lead to 14-2. Full timeout Brownsville. 2:02 left here in the first. Red Raiders by 12, and we're back at 60 on the C.R. Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Ready, set, Ford. Derby's Riverside Ford is pleased to announce the 2025 model year-end sales event going on now. If you've been waiting for the perfect time to upgrade your ride, this is it. For a limited time, get 0% APR for 60 months on some of Ford's most popular models. That's right, Explorer, F-150, Super Duty, Escape, and Transit vans, all with 0% for 60 months, no money down.
Looking for a great lease instead? We've got the deals for you and the inventory too. Lease a new 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend for $399 per month, or for just $499 per month. Lease a new 2025 Ford Explorer Active, F-150, STX, or Bronco Big Bend. Offer valid for 36-month lease with 10,500 miles per year. Ford financing required. Tax and license extra. First payment due at sign.
It's all happening right now, but hurry in. These offers won't last long. Stop in and see Joey, Jimmy, Sammy, or Ashley at Derby's Riverside Ford, your presidential award-winning dealer located 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. Offer ends January 5th, 2026.
Brian Rozak, Tony Hanola back here at Brownsville High School. We did get confirmation, Tony. Wimmer is wearing 11 and Patterson is wearing 4. So we'll make that correction. But again, we apologize. We're just going by the information the school gives us. We haven't seen Brownsville play in person yet this year to have that information. And they didn't have the book ready when we were getting ready to go either, to double check that down below.
No, not at all. And on that possession, Jaden Blair got called for a shuffle. He got called for a travel. So Uniontown now with a 12-point lead and looking to extend it.
And Ellsworth in the corner, raining in another 3. So Isaac Ellsworth, a second made 3. He has 6. And the Red Raiders now lead 17-2. Uniontown on a 13-0 run right now. Remember, the Red Raiders jumped out to the opening 4 points of the game. Brownsville got a basket, and Brownsville's not scored since. It was 4-2 Uniontown. The ball will go into the corner there, and that is Caden Wimmer wearing 11. Wimmer fighting for positioning. That shot attempt was partially blocked, deflected out of play. We'll stay with Brownsville here in the Uniontown zone.
Yeah, nice little double team there by Fitzgerald and Coffey. As Wimmer tried to make that move, really had no place to go.
Brownsville triggered back in. Fitzgerald checking out on the Uniontown side. Nolan Baker and Donovan Coffey in for Uniontown. And Brownsville the basketball here. Vargas floater too strong on the backside. Going back up was Wimmer, and he drew the foul.
And good inside position there by Wimmer to grab that offensive rebound. Go up strong, pick up the foul.
Wimmer at 6'4", averaging 6 points and 9 rebounds a game. Knocks down the first of 2 free throws here.
Yeah, we're just going to have to change our roster here a little bit.
Second of 2 free throws off the back iron, no good. Uniontown with the rebound. White up to Heiss. We're down to 1:06 left in the quarter. Baker hands off far side the basket and 1 for Donovan Coffey. His first 2 off the Uniontown bench.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful dish there by Baker to find Coffey on the left side of the lane. Went up for the easy basket and drew the foul on Wimmer.
Uniontown now up 19-3 with a free throw attempt upcoming for Coffey. Has not attempted a free throw yet this season.
So that's going to be the second foul on Wimmer.
First of actually the only free throw for Coffey. He made the shot. It's no good. Uniontown as a team came in shooting 24 of 37 from the free throw line, 65%. Open look there, Junio from the far side off the mark. Ellsworth the rebound for the Red Raiders. Ellsworth back across over to White. White coming near baseline. He'll be called for the travel. Remember, White transferred in, played last year, Tony, for Albert Gallatin.
Yeah, and that was good defense on that possession by Vargas, who stepped in, cut off the end line, and White had no place to go, got called for the travel.
45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Junio out of his own zone now for Brownsville. Junio pass over there to Xavier Vargas, and it's turned over again. Ellsworth on it here for Uniontown. Up to Nolan Baker, try to fire it down to White, got deflected. And it'll stay with Uniontown here in the Brownsville zone.
And you got to think that Uniontown's going to hold for the last shot here. 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. And already up 19-3. Billy's shaking his head no.
Ellsworth into Sheffy, back to Ellsworth, and Billy was right. 3-ball rattled out, though, for Isaac. Rebound pulled down by Xavier Vargas. He knows the team too well.
Yes, he does.
Here's Jaden Praster. They'll set the screen there with Wimmer. Praster on the inside, and Sheffy's going to be called for the foul with 12.6 left in the quarter.
Yeah, Sheffy, I thought that was a pretty clean block, but must have got a little bit of the hand as he went up. So it's going to send Praster to the line. Praster, as you mentioned, averaging 6 points, 6 assists a game, has 2 so far here tonight.
Billy doing double duty tonight, also running our scoreboard due to the fact that the scoreboard they have here at Brownsville not compatible with our normal score hub. That's why you don't see the time on your screen, but at least Billy's able to provide the score, and after a Praster made free throw there, it's 19-4 Uniontown.
Well, if there's anybody on the staff that can do it, it's Billy. Can do double duty.
Very good multitasker. Second of 2 free throws, no good there from Praster. Uniontown the rebound, down to 8 seconds left in the quarter. White lost the handle, regains, put it up, shot wouldn't drop. 3 seconds left, see if Brownsville get one away here, but it's going to be a Uniontown foul at midcourt.
And that's a foul right there. It's a hustle foul, but not one you want to see with 0.9 seconds to go on the clock and about 50 feet away from the basket. Baker's going to pick up his first as he went for the steal.
I'm not seeing the team fouls up there, are you Tony? Looks like it's kind of blurred up there a little bit. Was it 5?
Well, it has.
Looks like 6.
It looks like 6, but I don't know. I mean, they've got Fitzgerald for 2. I'm sorry, for 1. I mean, I only have 14 fouls.
He's going to send Praster to the free throw line with 0.9 left on the clock, and he'll miss the first of 2.
Praster now 1 for 3 from the line, 3 points. 3 of the 4 for Brownsville so far.
Now Praster for a second of 2 free throw attempts. Uniontown leading by 15 at 19-4. Go back 3 years ago, the last time these two schools played, Uniontown won by 70. The meeting before that was close, just an 11-point win for the Red Raiders. Praster misses the second free throw. That'll do it for 1 quarter of basketball. 19-4 Uniontown after 1. We're back with a 2nd and 60 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Tonight.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Prime Rozak, Tony Anola back here at Brownsville High School. 19-4, Uniontown over Brownsville after 1. Red Raiders will work left to right as we describe it here in the second quarter. Red Raiders led so far by Isaac Ellsworth with 6, 2 made threes. Brownsville led by Jaden Praster with 3.
Yeah, and already 6 Uniontown Red Raiders in the scoring column. So pretty balanced attack so far in this first quarter.
Ellsworth sending it in to Cam Dugan. Back to Isaac here on the near wing. Dugan again around to Nolan Baker for 3, and he hits another one. Who would have thought, Tony, coming into the season that Nolan Baker would be such a big three-point threat as he's been early on in the season. He looks great out there for Uniontown.
He sure does.
They're going to rule out of bounds there on the far side, Cameron Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips just stepped on the sideline. Not a whole lot of pressure, but one of those things, he just kind of lost track of where he was.
An 18-point lead for Uniontown. Ellsworth doing his thing, coming near baseline, resetting to Dugan. Dugan 3 up top. That one rattles out. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Sheffy finds it the foul line. Resets to Ellsworth near side. Pass it off to his left. Touch from Sheffy over to Dugan. He'll fire from the outside of the back iron. No good. Scrum for the loose ball rebound. And out of the pack with it there is Silas Patterson for Brownsville. Patterson running into a couple of Red Raiders trying to keep it alive. Throws it right back to Nolan Baker. Like hot potato there for a minute, Tony. Now a foul called. I think it's going to go on Brownsville's Alex Remington.
Yeah, Remington, who just came in, is going to get called for the reach. So that's his first.
22-4 lead for Uniontown over Brownsville. And a 3 from the outside, good for Isaac Ellsworth. 3 made threes for Isaac. He has 9. And Uniontown on top, 25-4. Timeout, Brownsville will take it as well. 7 minutes left until halftime. Red Raiders by 21, and we're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatrics, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Brownsville breaks the press as we come back. Remington in the corner trying to go up top. Hard contact there between Dugan and Vargas.
Yeah, and Vargas is going to get called for that, but Dugan got the worst of it. Kind of took a little break dance as he went down on the floor, so Vargas with his first.
They're enjoying some pretty good French fries down there from the Brownsville snack shop. When you agree, they deep fried them and everything.
Well, yeah, they must be hand cut too.
I think they were. We ordered them about 6:30, got it right before tip time, about 7:20. Ellsworth looking for another deep three off the side of the rim. They were good and worth it, though. I'll give it that.
Well, I'm and I shouldn't even say that, but no, I can't.
I appreciate you treating though tonight. A little drive there, finish with a left hand, Max Junio. That'll get the crowd going. 25-6. Uniontown by 19. 6:20 left before halftime. And there's a block. Phillips on Dugan. And Brownsville back on the basketball.
I took a tour in Nemacolin Castle while you waited for those fries.
Not too far away. We appreciate the Brownsville staff, though. Their hospitality setting us up. Good view here at midcourt.
Yeah, it's nice here.
Hey, Billy was even saying this would have been a perfect gym setup for Uniontown if they would have had something like this when they redid their complex. I think we're going back 15 years ago already. Hard to believe that gym's been in there so long.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Here's Jaden Praster. Praster, 3 near side. Tried to bank that one in, didn't go. Got an offensive rebound down low and scoring on the putback, Cameron Phillips. First 2 of the game for Phillips. So Brownsville trying to hang. It's 25-8 Uniontown. 5:42 left before halftime. Drive there from Dugan. And they're going to call, I think, an offensive foul. They are.
They are. Good job by Phillips to hold his position there as Dugan took the ball straight to the hoop. He had a lot of open space there for a while until Phillips stepped in there and held his position and drew the foul.
That's 2 on Cam. Brownsville gets it back down 17.
And they're going to call an offensive foul on Remington.
Remington, wow.
As he set the screen in the back court. So
odd to see a screen set at that position.
Yeah, now he's got 2 fouls as well as Caden Wimmer.
We'll get a trigger in here from Anthony Sheffy, it looks like. Uniontown was trying to determine who was going to throw the ball in.
Well, you got Ellsworth wide open in the corner.
They're going to go to Fitzgerald, though, up top. And Fitzgerald on the drive with the finish. So Peyton Fitzgerald, his second field goal. He has 4. And Uniontown on top, 27-8. 5:22 left before halftime.
Now that move right there is something Coach Gizmarski would love to see all season long.
Yes.
Have Fitzgerald just drive to the basket, and with his athleticism, I mean, I thought he was going to throw that one down.
Here's Praster driving back. And a foul called here on the floor against Uniontown.
I think they're going to call a hip check on Nolan Baker.
They did. Brownsville now will make a substitution. Silas Patterson back in, replacing Alex Remington. 27-8, Uniontown leads it with 5:06 left before halftime. Brownsville inbounds pass. Try to go high here to Praster. Knocked down by Dugan, picked up by Ellsworth. Ball go out of play. They rule it off of Brownsville and out. Cody Castor, Brownsville assistant coach, didn't like that call at all. Coach Huff a little unhappy about it as well.
Yeah, but I mean, Chris Bonchowski was right on the call. Was right in front of him.
Yes.
So, we can't swear across the court.
A bang play.
Yeah.
Dugan off the inbounds pass, has it here high on the left. He'll now work inside, a little ball fake. We'll call a blocking foul here on Brownsville. Either going on Patterson or Clayton.
I think it's going to be on Patterson.
It'll be Cam Dugan heading to the free throw line. He has 5 points in this game. They called the foul on Patterson. His second. Dugan first of 2 free throws good. Cam Dugan, who's out there with 2 personal fouls. A free throw make. He was 68% from the foul line last year, 17 of 25. Second of 2 free throws here, good for Cam Dugan. So 7 points on the night for Dugan. We're down to 4:53 left before halftime. Uniontown leads by 21 at 29-8.
The Red Raiders still in the full court pressure.
Praster with the basketball will bring it back across. Floated forward. A nice little back pass there from Patterson over to Phillips. Missed on the first attempt, got it back, and missed again. And Fitzgerald with a rebound there for Uniontown. Up the floor to White. Back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald down the lane will get fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line.
That's going to be a big foul there, because if that's on Wimmer, it's going to be his third.
Now 25-8.
Yeah, it is going to be on Wimmer, and that's his third personal foul. So with 4:32 to go here.
Fitzgerald misses on the first of 2 free throw attempts.
They're gonna,
29-8, excuse me.
Yeah, they're going to ride with Wimmer.
Billy working on the score. I guess he lost the connection with the score hub there, so we'll try to get that rectified for you when we can. Fitzgerald's second of 2 free throws, no good again. Red Raiders, they're trying to keep it alive, gets tipped back, and Brownsville to get control there with Jaden Blair. The Falcons try to set it up here in the Uniontown zone with Max Junio. Switches back with Vargas. Bounces it in there to Caden Wimmer, and Wimmer shot with the left hand spins out. Kind of a tough luck shot there, Tony. Looked like that was halfway down and they came back out.
Yeah, he made a great move. Broke to his left there, threw it up left-handed. I thought Ellsworth was going to throw that one up. He's going to do this one.
Ellsworth from up top likes that spot, but not this time. Missed there off the front of the rim. Jaden Blair, the rebound for Brownsville, will slow it down to Max Junio. Falcons bring it back into the Uniontown zone.
Junio picked up there by Heiss, and as we said, he did a fantastic job defensively for Uniontown on Saturday.
Coming near baseline, Jaden Blair. Couldn't get that shot to go.
Foul going to be on Coffey.
And Blair will get a pair of free throws. Still 3:35 left before halftime.
It's a long first half.
Yes, it is.
Jaden
Blair looking for his first points.
I mean, a lot of fouls, though, early on.
First of 2 free throws. Line drive there, good for Blair. Add another point to the Falcons scoring column.
And you're going to have Sheffy check in for Donovan Coffey for the Red Raiders.
It's 29-9.
Second shot was missed, but the offensive rebound pulled down by Blair.
They're still fighting down there, Tony, with Caden Wimmer on a little switchback. They'll send it around the horn, and Silas Patterson with it now, watched by Sheffy. On a little bounce pass there, intended for Wimmer, and Patterson gets it back. 3-ball, no good, and quite a scrum there between White and Blair, and they'll go back to the possession arrow.
Possession arrow going to the Brownsville Falcons.
Some fans reminiscing about that 0-2-0-3 Brownsville win. That was Uniontown's only section loss. That was a Uniontown team that had a first-round bye and then lost to Hampton in the quarterfinals. Falcons cough it up here. Red Raiders going the other way. Ellsworth up top. Pretty move there around Vargas. Drives and gets the basket to go and one. You don't see Ellsworth do that very much, Tony, but very effective when he does. And he's in double figures with 11, and the Red Raider lead extended now to 31-9.
Well, big thing is it's going to be the 4th foul on Wimmer, who came in averaging 6 points, 9 rebounds a game, and we've got 2:54 to go here.
And you don't see a player pick up 4 personals in a first half very often.
Not very often.
It's a 31-9 Uniontown lead over Brownsville. Ellsworth to cap off the 3-point play. Can't get that free throw to go. Might be basket interference there with Fitzgerald. Ball was on the rim when he made a little contact.
Yeah, I thought he was actually going to try to throw that one down too. Tell you what, he can get up. He's athletic, extremely athletic.
They have the scoreboard wrong now. Not our scoreboard, their scoreboard showing 32-9. I think it should be 31-9. Unless they ruled basket interference on Brownsville and gave Ellsworth the make.
No. Nah.
And they're going to bring everyone together. I think they're off a point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And Billy figured it out. Look there, Tony. You can't doubt him.
I tell you what.
He got it back. It's 31-9.
Guy's unbelievable.
I think what happened there, we're on Brownsville's network. As you know, down in this part of the county, the internet's not very good. So we were fortunate to hop on the school network, and he's kind of running the scoreboard off of his phone. So I bet you his phone lost connection with that network. That would be my guess. But he figured it back out. And I'm sure 99% of the people watching or listening to our broadcast don't really care. They're just happy the score's back.
That's correct.
Yes.
Give Billy props there,
Yes.
because he did a nice job.
Well, after all of that, they got it back to 31-9 on our scoreboard and theirs. And Brownsville going back to work here with Jaden Blair. 2:38 left before halftime. Sheffy pressure on the ball, forces the turnover, and Ellsworth comes back for another quick 2. So Isaac Ellsworth, 7 here in the second, 13 for the game. Uniontown up 24 now, 33-9. High floater off the glass, no good, Junio. Brownsville trying to keep it alive, but it's Uniontown out of the pack with it again. Braden Hinsey. Hinsey at midcourt, close to an over and back, but never presented himself in the Brownsville zone. Ellsworth again from the elbow, kicks it to White in the corner, comes far baseline, hands off Fitzgerald, put it out the bottom of the rim, and Phillips pulls down the rebound there for Brownsville. Off and across to Junio. Junio watched by Ellsworth, backs off here on the near wing, 33-9 Uniontown, and the Falcons cough it up again. Pass went right to Peyton Fitzgerald.
You had Phillips move a little bit, not towards the basket, but towards the foul line. That's
White to Sheffy, open 3, good. Anthony Sheffy now with 5, and Uniontown really running away now, Tony. It's 36-9.
6 made 3 so far tonight by the Uniontown Red Raiders.
Another block there, Fitzgerald on Phillips. Ball will stay with Brownsville here in the Uniontown zone. Fitzgerald and White will check out as Uniontown goes back to their bench. Zion Hopes, who played well against Thomas Jefferson, saw a lot of time in that game. In now on the Uniontown side.
We gave him some good minutes on Saturday as well.
Brownsville trying to create here with Praster. Little floater, no good. And Ellsworth on the ball again here for Uniontown. Isaac Ellsworth, deep 3 from the far side, no good. That's usually his spot. Ball go out of bounds. Last touch by Braylon Woods going out. and back over to Brownsville.
Well, they had numbers on the break. I'm kind of surprised he pulled up there, but might have been able to get an easy 2 on the backside, but he pulled up for the 3 and missed the shot.
1:05 left before halftime.
But we know whenever Ellsworth's feeling it, you got to let him take those shots.
Down low, Phillips working there on Sheffy. Shot attempt no good. Ball comes loose, and it'll get picked up there by Zion Hopes. Hopes back into the Brownsville zone. Hopes bounce pass underneath, and a miss there from Braylon Woods. He goes back into the corner, kept alive, and draining the 3, Braden Hinsey. So Hinsey, a big field goal there for Uniontown. And a lead at 30 right now, Tony, at 39-9, so we'll have a running clock for the second half. Got a lot of folks out of here early after a late start tonight. Coughing it up is Praster. Hinsey back on the ball into the corner to Sheffy. Little juggle regain to Ellsworth with 15 seconds left. Turn and shoot near elbow. Up the front of the rim, no good. Junio another rebound for Brownsville. And Junio back across. Junio working here on Isaac. Coughs it up. I'm sure that was a pass or just lost the ball. And time will expire. Ellsworth's 3 attempt at midcourt, even if it went in, was not going to count. So we played 16 minutes of basketball. It's 39-9, Uniontown over Brownsville. We're back to recap the first half numbers for you in a moment on our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. That and more here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Casey Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Braggs a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense. Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tbarrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Brian Morozak, Tony Anoa back here halftime at Brownsville High School. All Uniontown Red Raiders up 39-9. And our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Tony, is your halftime stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County.
All right, thanks, Brian. In that first half for the Uniontown Red Raiders, 8 Red Raiders in the scoring column. They were led by Isaac Ellsworth, who had 13 points. He was followed by Cam Dugan, who had 7. 5 points by Anthony Sheffy. 4 points by Peyton Fitzgerald. A made 3 by Nolan Baker and Braden Hinsey. And a made field goal by Donovan Coffey and Chase White. 19 in the first, 20 in the second for their total of 39. They were 2 for 6 from the foul line in that first half, and they had 7 made threes. 3 of those by Isaac Ellsworth, 1 by Dugan, 1 by Baker, 1 by Hinsey, and 1 by Anthony Sheffy. On the other side for the Brownsville Falcons, 5 players in the scoring column for them. They were led by Jaden Priester, who had 3 points, 2 points from Max Junio, and 2 points from Cameron Phillips. 1 point for Caden Wimmer on a made free throw, and 1 point for Jaden Blair on a made free throw. 4 in the first, 5 in the second for their total of 9. Did not hit a three-pointer in that first half, and they were 3 for 8 from the foul line in that first half.
Our look ahead on the schedule brought to you by Mauser's Tire. Need tread this winter? Don't let the weather slow you down. Visit Mauser's Tire today. More high school basketball coming up on Friday. Uniontown will travel to Albert Gallatin to take on the Colonials. Also, we'll have coverage of Laurel Highlands hosting McKeesport as Section 1 5A play opens up. The Laurel Highlands game on our Facebook Live feed. Uniontown will air on YouTube Live and also on the radio. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starting at 6:40 on Friday. Again, that look ahead brought to you by Mauser's Tire. Don't let the winter weather slow you down. Call Mauser's Tire today, 724-245-2410. Red Raiders up 39-9 over Brownsville, and probably have a pretty quick second half here, Tony.
Yeah, I would imagine, Brian, with that running clock, and you feel kind of bad. But I mean, Brownsville actually just turned the ball over way too much. It was one of those things. I mean, they didn't play bad when they had some set offenses on the in the first half, but just way too many turnovers, and it's one thing you can't do against an explosive Uniontown team.
We'll be back with the second half in 4 minutes, 39-9 Uniontown here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Bye.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 62 years and providing quality, reliable service, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Silva. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at targetsafetysolutionsllc.com. Ted Silva is proud to support local high school sports.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out, the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729. Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated.
Potters has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potters Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potters on Facebook. We'll see you at Potters.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Brian Rozak, Tony Hanola back here at Brownsville High School. Start of the third quarter, 39-9. The Uniontown Red Raiders leading the Brownsville Falcons. Probably see a lot of benches getting used here for both Uniontown and Brownsville here in the second half.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're going to see a lot of players on both sides. And with the running clock, you notice it's going to go quick anyway.
Nolan Baker will bring it across for Uniontown. Red Raiders working right to left as we describe it. Sheffy off to his left. And a jumper from Dugan, no good. Offensive rebound brought down. Fitzgerald resets to Baker. Baker lost the handle, and Brownsville back on the basketball. And Silas Patterson sending it off far side to Jaden Praster. Praster coming in, got blocked and fouled there by Sheffy.
Well, Sheffy just brought that hand down. If he'd have kept it up, I'm sure we'd have had the block anyway, but came down and came across the arm of Praster. Going to send him back to the foul line. Praster 1 for 4 from the line here tonight.
Scored 3 points all in the opening quarter. Brownsville down 30. They did stop the clock for the free throws. First of 2, good for Jaden Praster.
Praster now the leading scorer with 4 for Brownsville.
Hard to believe Uniontown opening up the season with so many road games. They'll also play on the road Monday at Bell Vernon against the Leopards as Praster hits both free throws.
What? We talked about that. Don't they only have like 7 home games?
Yes.
Which is strange.
They're spending a lot of time on the road. Just one non-conference home game. That'll be against Baldwin in early January. Nolan Baker a make there to give Baker 5. You with me Monday at Bell Vernon?
Yes, I am.
I thought so.
Yep.
Always fun when we head down there, and that pass will be thrown out of play. And again, just to let the folks know, for Monday's Uniontown Bell Vernon game, it'll be YouTube only, no radio coverage Monday, and that's just due to some contractual obligations we have with the Steelers radio network with the Steelers and Dolphins also playing on Monday night. We'll have the link up on the WNBS Facebook page and bring you the action on YouTube Live as Ellsworth drains the jumper there for the near elbow to give him 15.
Yeah, Ellsworth, you can see just feeling it, a lot of confidence here in this game tonight. He seemed pretty frustrated on Thursday and Saturday. Good defense against him, but right now he's having a good game.
Praster missed there from the foul line. Ellsworth coming the other way here for Uniontown. In the forecourt here on the near side, resets to Nolan Baker. 3 up top, off the front of the rim, no good. Loose ball here on the near side. Sheffy finds it there for Uniontown. Sheffy in the corner, line drive, actually went right on the backside. And Peyton Fitzgerald able to put it up and in. 6 for Fitzgerald, 2 in every quarter. It's a 45-11 lead for Uniontown with 6 minutes left here in the third. Well, baby hook out in front. Good there for Caden Wimmer. First field goal of the game for Wimmer. He has 3. made a free throw back in the opening quarter, 45-13 Uniontown. 5:50 left here in the third.
Yeah, Wimber did a nice job of posting up there and just using that right hand. They're going to call it travel.
Yes,
and they are on Dugan. He kind of shuffled his feet a little bit, but good job by Wimber to post up underneath there. And nice job with that little floater in the lane.
Dugan attempting a jumper there, foul extended on the right. And could not convert. And Jaden Praster will bounce it back in here to Xavier Vargas. 45-13 Uniontown. 5:23 left here in the third quarter. Praster between defenders. Bounce pass down low and resetting and banking it in is Cameron Phillips. 4 for Phillips. 45-15. Uniontown by 30. 5:10 left here in the third. Coach K wants a timeout, so we'll take it as well. Red Raiders by 30. 5:07 left here in the third. We're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hard, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Uniontown the basketball as we come back, leading 45-15. Missed there on the jumper. Brownsville back on the basketball. Jaden Praster. Praster coming near baseline. Praster got a little bit too deep, put off the bottom of the rim. Falcons try to keep it alive there with Patterson. He couldn't get it to go, and here's Dugan going the other way. Outlet pass too far for Nolan Baker, who goes down. Probably good to go down there before a little collision.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see. Baker has had a good season so far in these first 3 games, and you don't want to see him go down with an injury.
If they actually had those bleachers out, Tony, they'd be pretty close to the court. They're off to our left. Of course, they just have the padded wall here off to our right, and a missed jumper there from Silas Patterson. Ellsworth coming back on the other side for Uniontown. 3 from the far wing, good for Isaac Ellsworth. Ellsworth was a little cold from the field in the Red Raiders' opening 2 games of the season. Not tonight. He's hit 4 threes, has 18 points. That's kind of the Isaac Ellsworth we know and love, Tony.
Yes, sir.
3 from the far side, off the mark there for Jaden Praster, but Brownsville able to keep it alive, and Praster resets here high on the left.
Praster was actually dropping back on defense. Didn't think they were going to get the offensive rebound. Kind of surprised him a little bit with the pass. They're going to call a foul here. Yeah, that's going to be on Fitzgerald.
You go back to that Thomas Jefferson game, though, back to Ellsworth real quick as well. He really got beat up in that contest. Remember, Dugan and Sheffy didn't play in that contest, and Ellsworth really had to work on the court for shots. Carl, Steve, and I saw him at a local chicken joint after the game, and I think he was a little sore.
I guarantee he was a little sore. I watched you guys online, and I'll tell you what, and they just kept shifting guys on him. I mean, really, he worked extremely hard to even get shots off.
Vargas, deep 3, banks it in. How about that shot, Tony? Vargas, first points of the game off the bench. A deep banked in 3 to make it 48-18.
And Baker took it straight to the hole, just couldn't get it to go. Nice move there on the spin, but couldn't get the shot, but he's going to draw the foul.
Baker 5 points so far in this game, came in averaging 14.5 a game. First of 2 free throws here, good for Nolan Baker. 2:48 left here in the third, a 31-point lead for Uniontown. A pretty good crowd here tonight. We expected the locals to come out for this one. It was a Brownsville Uniontown doubleheader. Uniontown girls won by 2 earlier on tonight. Another miss at the foul line, this time from Baker. And Brownsville gets it back down 31, and a steal here from Chase White. White coming back for a quick 2. Chase White's second field goal. He has 4, 51-18. Uniontown on top of Brownsville.
Good anticipation there by White. Just stepped right in the passing lane and used his speed to go in for the easy layup.
Brownsville setting up a little give and go there between Patterson and Praster, and now it'll be Patterson taking the jumper and missing there. Ball deflected over to Deron Clayton, and then out of bounds. And Uniontown will get it back, and you'll have Fitzgerald and Ellsworth back in. I think Sheffy's going to take a seat along with Baker.
Well, I think you're going to see some guys see some action here tonight that normally don't for both teams.
And they're down to 1:49 left on a running clock here in the third quarter. Uniontown a 51-18 lead. A little hop step there from Dugan, kicking the corner. Donovan Coffey reigns in the three. 5 for Donovan Coffey. Uniontown hitting a lot of three balls tonight, Tell. They're up 54-18.
Yeah, they've got 9 so far here tonight, Brian.
And travel called there on Brownsville's Xavier Vargas.
You've got Ellsworth leading the way with 4. A mixed bag. Pretty much everybody else is hitting for threes, too.
I told you, Uniontown's traveling Albert Gallatin on Friday. Brownsville travel to McGuffey. They'll open up conference play a week from Friday here at home against the Waynesburg Raiders we saw last night against Laurel Highlands. Actually gave the Mustangs a pretty good game, at least for 3 quarters. Laurel Highlands now 4-1. Scoop shot scored there from Xavier Vargas. Vargas with 5. 54-20, Uniontown on top. Ellsworth back on the other side, down to Fitzgerald. I think they're trying to set up the alley-oop. Couldn't get it to go, but Fitzgerald able to put his own rebound up and in to give him 8.
Yeah, just used his size right there and just jumped over everybody to get the pass and the offensive rebound.
56-20, Uniontown leads with 35 seconds left here in the third, and Cam Dugan will pick up another foul. His third.
And that's on third on Cam. As you can see, it's a lot different team with Dugan and Sheffy out there, no doubt.
I think there's no doubt they can compete in the section. The lineup they have on the floor. You saw them against TJ, and obviously TJ a very strong team, but I'd like to see that game again if you had Dugan and Sheffy both on the floor for Uniontown. First of 2 free throws good there for Praster. 56-21. Praster now 4 of 7 from the free throw line. His second of 2 on the way and good again. So Jaden Praster with 7. It's a 56-22 Uniontown lead over Brownsville with 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Backing off now is Dugan. And a push called here on Brownsville.
That's going to be on Vargas.
Correct, his second. Non-shooting. And Ellsworth triggers it in as time expires after 3. I don't think the Red Raiders realized it was still a running clock. It is, because Uniontown's up 34 at 56-22 after 3. We're back with a 4th and 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Brian Rozak, Tony Anola back here at Brownsville High School. All Uniontown Red Raiders lead at 56-22 after 3 quarters of play. Pacing the way tonight for Uniontown, Isaac Ellsworth, 4 made threes, has 18 points. Jaden Praster, Brownsville's leading scorer, with 7.
Yeah, Praster, doing most of his damage on the foul line.
Praster will trigger it in here for Brownsville. And take Xavier Vargas. Vargas scooping it on the baseline. Praster driving, got hemmed in, but fouled, likely going on Braden Hinsey.
And it is. And that's Hensley's first.
This will also be, Tony, win number 1,897 in Uniontown basketball history. So 3 wins away from 1,900.
Interesting.
In a couple of years, I think we'll have a pretty good party for 2,000. We're talking 5 or 6 years. I have to thank Robert Leidy for that little tidbit on our YouTube live video stream. Xavier Vargas driving, floating, and missing. Rebound tipped back out. A nice little tap there from Caden Wimmer on the edge of the zone to keep it alive.
Yeah, smart play. He saw Praster hanging out there, able to tip it back to him and keep possession.
Vargas trying to work here on Braylon Woods, and will float it into the Brownsville bench. Good to see Cody Castor on the Brownsville bench as well. Of course, he's the head football coach now, still staying busy during the basketball season. I think he was certainly the right guy trying to revive this Brownsville football program. And as we mentioned, Tony, they'll be back in the WPIAL next year.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit before the game, and that's what he was saying. He's pleased with the numbers he has out, and like I said, just trying to show a little consistency in the program.
Braylon Woods ran into his own guy, but kept it alive. Missed there on a 3. Ball still loose. Get a push call. I think it's going to go on Hinsey.
I think you're right.
Hinsey, 3-sport star, plays football and baseball for Uniontown.
And you got some subs checking in.
Xavier Vargas will trigger it in here for Brownsville.
So Kyler Tibby's going to check in. It's going to be his first action. Hinsey, Zion Hops, Nate Heiss, and Braylon Woods now on the floor for the Uniontown Red Raiders.
You can probably close the book on the Red Raiders starters, I would think. I doubt to see them coming back in. A little drive and a miss there from Jaden Blair. Falcons, though, keep it alive underneath. Blair pulling it up top to Xavier Vargas. Missed on the 3. And the Red Raiders' Zion Hopes out of his own zone with it. 5:34 left in regulation. Hopes a bit out of control, but able to regain up top over to Nate Heiss on the far side. Heiss left of the lane. Back to Woods. Jumper from the foul line off the mark. Rebound underneath. Taken away by Caden Wimmer.
Yeah, and a good look there for Woods. Just couldn't knock it down.
Brownsville driving back between defenders. They're going to count the basket and 1 for Jaden Praster.
That was a little NBA continuation.
That's the first points on either side here in the fourth quarter. With 5:07 left here in the fourth. Matthew Page seeing his first action of the night as well for Uniontown. Came in late against Thomas Jefferson and picked up a basket.
And you're going to have Praster back at the line.
Trying to convert the three-point play and put him in double figures with 10. The free throw's good, and he becomes the first Falcon tonight with double numbers. Red Raiders break it, and that's Page underneath, and he'll get fouled.
Page right off the bench, strong to the basket. He got fouled by Jaden Blair. That's his first, and it's going to send Page to the line.
Going to see Rob Burchani out here tonight from the Herald Standard. Underneath the basket on the far side.
Yep.
Talking to John McCune down in that direction as well with Will Amon. And Heiss missing. Now check that. Page missing in the first of 2 free throw attempts. Now Page for a second.
6'2" sophomore guard.
Gets his first point of the game. So put Page into the scoring column. We're trying to get some points for Woods, Hopes, Heiss, and Tibby tonight to have every Red Raider score. And 4:48 left to do it. Miss on the initial shot attempt there from Praster. Foul was called off the rebound before Patterson tried to put it up and in.
Yeah, Page is going to have the foul, and Hinsey's going to check in. Going to take out Braylon Woods. So Woods, 5'8" junior, taking a little breather, and we got a timeout.
We'll take one as well. 4:35 left, 57-25 Uniontown. We're back in 60 on the C.R. Browner Group High School Sports Night.
30-second timeout. The holidays are here, and so are all the cookies and big family dinners. I don't want to lose the progress I've made this year.
I get it. That's why I went to Montgomery Medical in Smithfield. They've got GLP-1 weight management support to help you stay on track, even through the holidays.
Really? I didn't know they did that.
Oh, yeah. Plus, they handle walk-in acute care, family primary care, and all kinds of wellness services. They're like your one-stop medical home.
Sounds perfect. I'm calling Montgomery Medical. Time to make this my healthiest holiday yet.
Montgomery Medical in Smithfield. Family tradition of family medicine.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
So we come back. Braden Hinsey racing back there for Uniontown. Ball knocked out of play. Didn't have a foul called on that sequence, Tony.
That was a good block there by Silas Patterson, who went up with Hinsey and blocked it.
Heist kicks in the corner. Hopes misses on the three. Tracking it down there was Matthew Page, but they rule him out of bounds. And Browns will get the basketball back with 4 minutes left on a running clock here in regulation. Red Raiders up 57-25.
They're going to have Braylon Woods check back in for Uniontown.
No basketball action on WMBS tomorrow, but our friends at the South Union Township Sports Network will have the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs in action against South Park. Lady Mustangs really got a tough break, Tony, during the soccer season when Taylor Irwin went down with that ACL injury. I know you had their game last week against Albert Gallatin, and Taylor Schwartzfeger really giving it her all.
She just tussles. Every time she's on the court, she gives 110%. She's impressive. She had a really good game, and you're right, they kind of miss a scoring, but a couple of people, stepped up. Maddie Brooks had a nice game, and really, they look pretty good against AG.
Of course, we saw Era Jenkins here playing for Uniontown. She transferred in the offseason as well to play for her dad, and things getting a little physical there between Matthew Page and Silas Patterson, and the jump ball called, and now Brownsville's going to make a full deck swap here. It looks like maybe 4 or 5 coming in. Vargas back in along with Kamari Mickens. First time I think we've seen Mickens in this game. Praster still on the floor. Deron Clayton out there. And also Cameron Phillips back in the game as Brownsville drops everyone back. 2:33 to play, 57-25 Uniontown. There's Heist driving. It's going to be a travel.
Just tried to go down the lane and just a little bit out of control.
Only had a made free throw from Page here in the fourth quarter for Uniontown. The basket and one for Praster on the Brownsville side. So not a lot of points being scored here in the fourth. We're down at 2:10 left in regulation. Of course, the running clock makes things go quick as well. Praster driving here, getting fouled. He'll shoot a pair here at the free throw line.
One thing about Praster, he's not afraid to take it to the hoop, that's for sure. They're going to call that on Matthew Page, who picks up his second. But Praster takes it strong to the basket. Give him credit. And that's the reason he's at the foul line as much as he is.
Makes the first of 2 free throws here. We saw our buddy Rick Gates here for the Brownsville girls game against Uniontown. His daughter, heck of not only a basketball player, but volleyball player as well.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, she's going to Virginia,
yes,
right? Yeah.
And it's for volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to her. Praster second of 2 free throws. Good again. So Praster, all 5 of Brownsville's points here in the fourth quarter. 57-27 Uniontown. The margin at 30 up on the scoreboard. Tibby setting the screen. Hope's trying to drive in. And they're going to call a jump ball. That's a surprise jump ball there.
Yeah.
Thought Hope's had clear possession. Not really going to matter much, though, in the final 1:40 of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Praster 8 for 11 from the line here tonight.
Tony, also have to thank our studio producer, Nick Barczyk, back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. We mentioned earlier in the week on Monday, he turned 30 years old. Also celebrated 15 years working here at WMBS. So now he's worked for the station over half of his life. How about that? And he's 30. He went down and got his work permit on his 15th birthday when he was a student at Uniontown and came to work for us.
He wanted to be a WMBS guy.
Remember, Nick, I think it was in 6th grade when he was doing stats for the Uniontown football team. There's a drive on the inside, miss there from Clayton, and the Red Raiders with the rebound. But hopefully Nick, he was off Monday, enjoyed his 30th birthday celebration. I think it officially puts him as a middle-aged man now, right?
Is that what that is, huh?
Nice to miss. When do you consider yourself middle-aged? Become 20 to 29 to 30?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're asking a guy who's past his prime, I can tell you that.
You get those AARP membership cards in here?
Oh, I get all kind of mail from them. Sure.
You're going to have Braylon Woods here at the free throw line for Uniontown shooting two. Up on the way in good. I always feel younger than my age, though, still. I don't know about you.
I always act younger than my age. That's a problem. You're only young once, but you can be immature forever.
Yes.
Words to live by.
Now Woods for a second of two, so he gets into the scoring column.
10 Red Raiders. Yeah, 10 Red Raiders in the scoring column here tonight.
Nothing wrong with that. 59-27 Uniontown. And a quick little steal. It's going to be Woods again. On the inside, a miss there. 30 seconds left. Tibby keeping it alive. Touch from Heiss. Back into the corner to Woods. Called for the travel.
Just tried to make a move. Shuffled his feet a little bit, and I think this is going to do it. We're down under 20 seconds to go.
Brownsville might get one last crack at it. I have a little youngster running on the floor. Be very, very dangerous.
Chris Bonchowski with a great save.
Yes.
Got to tell you.
Whose kid is that? Where's he
No
going?
kid, I don't know.
You cannot have that happen. Wow. There's Vargas coming free. Handed off on the left, and a finish there from Clayton. So Deron Clayton gets into the scoring column. That will do it. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. And the Uniontown Red Raiders will knock off the Brownsville Falcons tonight by a score of 59-29. So 59-29, your final score. Stay tuned for our post-game show being brought to you by Davis & Davis. Attorneys at law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. Comes your way next year on WMBS, Trib Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Sova shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibration after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Brian Morozak, Tony Hanola wrapping things up from Brownsville High School tonight, where the Uniontown Red Raiders knocked off the Brownsville Falcons 59-29. Our postgame show brought to you by Davis & Davis. Attorneys at law helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. You can hear Gary Frankhauser from Davis & Davis on the Laurel Highlands McKeesport game coming up on Friday night. TJ DeStefano will join him there. Shea Fleener will join me for Uniontown Albert Gallatin. And Tony has your final stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
All right, Brian, thanks much for the victorious Uniontown Red Raiders, who improved to 2-1 overall in the year. 11 players in the scoring column here tonight. You had Isaac Ellsworth, the leading scorer, with 18. He was followed by Peyton Fitzgerald, who had 8. 7 from Cam Dugan all in the first half. 6 points from Nolan Baker. 5 points from Anthony Sheffey. 4 points from Chase White. They made 3 from Braden Hensey. 2 points from Braylon Woods, and a made free throw by Matthew Page. 19 in the first, 20 in the second, 17 in the third, only 3 in the fourth, for their total of 59. They were 6 for 12 from the foul line and 9 made threes. 4 of those by Ellsworth, 1 by Dugan, 1 by Coffey, 1 by Baker, 1 by Hensey, and 1 by Anthony Sheffey. On the other side for the Brownsville Falcons, who dropped to 0-3 on the season, they were led tonight by Jaden Praster, who had 12 points. He was followed by Xavier Vargas, who had 5. 4 points from Cameron Phillips, a made basket by Max Junio, and a made free throw by Jaden Blair. 4 in the first, 5 in the second, 13 in the third, and 7 in the fourth, for their total of 29. They were 10 for 15 from the foul line, and they did not make a three-pointer on the evening.
A reminder, coming up again on Friday, we'll have Laurel Highlands hosting McKeesport, Uniontown at Albert Gallatin. Our coverage starts with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6:40. Again, the Laurel Highlands McKeesport game will be on Facebook Live, the Uniontown game on YouTube, and also on the radio. And for Uniontown's game Monday against Bell Vernon, that'll be YouTube only. We have some radio commitments with the Steelers radio network, with the Steelers playing Monday against the Dolphins, so YouTube only for Uniontown and Bell Vernon coming up on Monday. Tony, enjoyed it as always.
It was fun, Brian, and like I said, congratulations to the Red Raiders on a nice win, and see what happens over the weekend.
I have to thank Billy Dice behind the camera on our YouTube Live video feed. Nick Barczyk back in Saturday, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. For Tony Hanola, this is Brian Morozak. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score, Uniontown 59 and Brownsville 29. So long, everybody.
Chris Parker Jr.